All right. So, first part of this packet is about angles. I'm going to work through those with you. A corner measures how much?
99 degrees.
A straight line? Ooh, very good. 180. Now, if I add all the interior angles of a triangle, all the inside angles? No. It's also 180. It's also 180. Yeah. All the inside angles of a triangle add up to 180. Okay? Those three things you need to know in order to be able to answer this. Okay? So if you look at this very first question, where would you start? Where would you start? Y? Okay. How do you find Y? What do you do to find Y? Y is one of the inside angles of a triangle, and we have two of them. We have this one. We technically have this one because this one is what? 90 degrees. What can I do to find Y?
I know. There's an M in it.
This one measures 30. This one measures 90. We know two of the three. How do I find this missing third one?
We subtract.
If all the inside angles measure 180, we subtract what? 180 minus the ones we know. So we know 180 when I add all three up together. Okay. So minus the 30 that I know, minus the 90 that I know, gives me the missing one, which is 60. So Y is 60. Okay. Y is 60. Now which other one can I figure out next? You can go either way. Which one can I figure out next?
I think going in a Z.
Okay. What do you know about Z? How can I figure out what Z is? How do you know they're equal? Think about it. What do they form? If they form the letter Z, doesn't matter if it's upside down or not, or backwards, whatever. If they form the letter Z, they're exactly the same. So Z is 60 as well. All right, now how am I going to figure out what X is? X and Y form a what?
A line.
And we know that lines measure. So how can I figure out what X is? Yep, subtract the 60. So 180 minus 60 is? So X is 120. Because X and Y form a line. 120 plus 60 is 180. All right, next page. This one, all it is naming the triangle, naming it in the correct order. Okay? So if you look at the other ones, notice UVW, UVW, KLM, KLM, XYZ, 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 XYZ. Everybody see the pattern? Mm-hmm. All right, so where do I start on the first triangle? T. Am I going to do TVU or TUV? TUV is similar. The squiggly means similar to what? What letter do I start on the other one?
P.
So it's P what?
QR.
PQR. And that gives me what answer? Be careful.
C.
C. A lot of students that take this test the first time around pick A. What's wrong with A?
Q.
The R and the Q are in the wrong order. Questions? All right. Even though I said these were layups on the test, y'all didn't take those layups. Y'all angel reached them. Okay? Yes, I said that. All right. If this is 140, this is 140. They form a Z. If this is 100, this is 100, they form a
Z.
Okay. These form a Z and they're both okay. So, which one forms a Z with the 60?
X.
Okay, so X is
60.
60. Good job.
I feel like in a mystery.
Now, the second box, is it asking you for Y? No, it's not asking for Y. It's asking for
Oh, the answer.
X plus Y. We need to know what Y is, but it's asking for X plus Y, not just Y by itself, okay? That's where it tricks a lot of students. Now, the Y in the 60 form a,
Straight line.
and straight lines
80.
are 180. So how do I find what Y is?
180 minus 60.
And that gives me 20. All right. Now, once again, the answer is not 120. Don't write that down. She already wrote it down. Y is 120. X is what? 60. So 60 plus 120 is?
180.
Be careful. Got it? Exactly. Y'all need to be careful with those. Why is she a mess? All right. Right triangles. What formula did we learn to use with right triangles? A plus what?
No.
Something.
A plus B. No.
Close. What's missing from there?
A squared.
Very good. Now, do we see A, B, and C here?
No.
No. But which one is the easiest side to find?
E.
C. Which one is C?
C.
Square F. Square C is square F because C is always across from the box. Remember that? And that's called my what?
Circle.
Starts with an H. Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. Very, very good. Hypotenuse. I forgot to review that last year and that just kicked me in the butt. But I didn't forget it this year. Hypotenuse. Now, C is the same as F, so I'm going to put F squared here. Now, the other ones, it doesn't matter. The smallest box can be my A, and the next box can be B. All right, everybody see how we came up with that?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's read. The sum of the areas of D plus F is less than E. Is that what we wrote?
No.
No, not A. The sum of the areas of D and E is greater than?
No.
No. The sum of the areas of D and F is equal to E? No. The sum of the areas of D and E is equal to F?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an ugly E.
See, Chelsea, what I said, I knew it was D.
The answer is D.
I didn't say that.
Got it?
Yes.
That was another layup. Let's look at the next one. They want us to find what?
Which measurement in units?
The right units.
Which measurement in units for the size of squares show that the right triangle
Okay. So, we know that the right side is right here, correct?
Yes.
That's my perfect corner. So that means square one is technically
C.
C. Okay? What else do we know about side C? C is the what?
The
C is the hypotenuse. What do we know about that number?
no.
Longest side?
This is always your longest side. It's always the longest side. So if it's the longest side, it's going to be the what? Biggest number. Okay. So which one is technically side C on A? Okay. Or X? What about on the next one? X. X is the biggest number on all of them. Yes? All right. So now the smallest number is A. So this one is what? AB. 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 Cab. We plug that into A squared plus B squared. So A squared is,
Wait, I want to say
3.
what are you shouting
2. I'm
out?
looking at the square.
A is 6, 6 squared. B is 8, 8 squared. C is 10, 10 squared. Now we got to see if they're equal. So in my calculator, type in 6 squared plus 8 squared. What do you get? Now 10 squared is? So the answer is A. If I do the other ones, let's say I do example B. 2 squared plus 3 squared equals 4 squared. Who is that? I know he ain't trying to come over here and try to be, Oh, okay. And then, so 2 squared plus 3 squared, this is answer choice B. And then 4 squared is what? 16. Do they match? 13 and 16 are not the same, so that's how you know this is not the right answer. You can do that with all the rest of them. They're not going to equal. Got it? All right. Next one, using the Pythagorean theorem. Which one? Always look for which side first. Side C, which one is it?
The root. The longest.
Yep. Shortest one is A. Second longest is.
B.
So we plug that into the formula. All right. A squared is 8 squared. B squared is 18 squared. All right. So now type in 8 squared plus 18 squared. What do you get?
388.
388. Now, do we see 388 in the answer choices?
No.
No, that's because we have to do what? Get rid of the squared. How do you get rid of a squared? It's not divide. Square root. So the square root of 388.
19.6. 19.7.
So your answer is?
D.
All right. This is a drop down. Each box counts as a separate question. You can't miss these kinds, okay? First, you want to label your A, B, C. C is always the biggest number. So what's the biggest number in the first set? 9. The smallest is 6. So this is A, B, C. What about the next one? C is which one? 26. Smallest is this one. So once again, A, B, C. What's the biggest number in the third set?
C. 51.
Okay. And this is the smallest, so A, B, C again. You're trying to figure out if they equal or if they don't equal. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the first set. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals 9 squared. What is 6 squared plus 8 squared? 100. What is 9 squared?
81.
Are they equal?
No.
No. So is this a right triangle?
No.
Not a right triangle. Not a right triangle. That one goes here. Okay? And then the next one, how do we write the equation?
10 squared plus 24 squared equals 26 squared.
Okay, what is 10 squared plus 24 squared?
67, 6.
676. What is 26 squared? Are they equal?
Yes.
Yes, so this one is
Yes. Right.
right. This one is that one. Okay? And the last equation,
24 squared plus 45 squared, you'll get 2,601. And then 51 squared will be 261. Oh, really off of them.
so are they equal?
Yes.
Yes. So once again, this one is also
Right.
right.
I'm so happy.
It says each answer can be used more than once, okay? All right, you guys, did I help them out? You guys are going to do 8 and 9 by yourselves. Let's move on to number 10. Yeah, 8 and 9 are your, put a star by 8 and 9. Those are the ones you're going to do for a grade. 8 and 9. All right. Number 10. Hardest part is labeling. What side is side C?
8.
The 8. Because that's across from the little box.
Yes.
Okay?
And your short is A. 4. B.
A?
And then your D is X.
Okay. So, first I'm going to write A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I'm going to plug in what I do know. I know that, what?
8 is C.
A is 4. B is,
X.
all right. C is,
8.
okay. Now, if I'm solving for x squared, how do I move the 4 squared to the other side?
Oh, you change it to a negative 8. And then that'll be
What's 8 squared minus 4 squared? They're squared, so don't do 8 minus 4. Type in 8 squared minus 4 squared.
8 squared minus 4 squared. 48.
Now, how do you get rid of the squared?
Square root.
All right, so now take the square root of 48.
48. 6.9.
So your answer is
C.
C.
I'm so happy. Oh, shit.
All right, number 11. More Pythag. Except they only give you 2 of the points. It says, which measurement is closest to the distance between K and L? Your diagonal will always be side C. Always. C will always be diagonal. Okay? Now, it's not in the form of a right triangle, but I can draw a right triangle from it by using a vertical line and a horizontal line. Everybody see your right triangle?
Yes.
Okay. So now, count your boxes. What is A? 5. What is B, the bottom?
5.
They're both 5. So now, plug it in.
Plus B squared equals
5 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. What's 5 squared plus 5 squared?
50.
And now take the, so the square root of 50 is 7.07. So which one is closest? A. All right, I'm not going to do number 12 for you, but some people don't see it. It's a box, but it's still a Pythagorean theorem. They want you to find the distance between what?
B.
So if I connect B and D, do you see your right triangle right here?
Yes.
All right. So you are responsible for the rest. 12, 13, and 14. Put a star by 12, 13, and 14. And I'll do 15 with you. So you're going to have 5 to do on your own. All right. The only reason I'm picking 15 to do with you is because some people still don't know how to plot a point. So -4, -6. You start in the middle, -4, -6. This is the dot. Don't draw this. Only draw the dot. Okay? +4, 4. 4, 4. Only put the dot. Now the first one is J. This one is K. That creates my diagonal, right? You can draw the right triangle from there. All right, you do that one on your own as well. I helped you set it up.
Thank you.
Okay. You guys finish, or you guys do that. Work on those.